skip my evening routine. I know that that's not helpful for me, and I know that tomorrow I'm gonna pay for it. Hi dolls, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you guys are new. My name is Chyna, and of course this is the life of Chynadoll. You guys, hey, I know it's been a minute since we had a girl chat. First of all, I'm sorry if the lighting is a little weird. It's very bright outside, but anyways, happy love month, happy Black History Month. I'm always celebrating Black people, so it ain't nothing new. But today we're gonna be talking about something that y'all know is near and dear to my heart while I do my makeup. So today's topic is going to be me giving y'all ways to fall in love with yourself, whether you are in the beginning of your journey or whether you just need a little reminder. This video is for you. I love Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorite holidays, and I know that it has its original meanings, but I want to make my own twist to it, and I love to use it to just celebrate love, celebrate myself, celebrate my loved ones even more. Or again, whatever you ask, sister, get your notepad, your favorite pen, get you a couple of snacks, and let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so first, I hope everybody's been doing well. I have been doing well. I have been doing great. I've been doing so much better with learning how to do my makeup, so that's really exciting. I truly love that for me. Let me scoot back a little bit because I feel like I'm all in y'all face. Comment down below and let me know how you guys have been doing. How was your holidays? Let me know, did you watch my travel vlog? Because yeah, your girl had a blast. I had so much fun. I am so excited to go travel again. Like, that just woke something up inside of me. But anyways, we're gonna talk about that another day. Let's get into some things. So first, of course, I want to make sure you guys like this video. If this is the type of content that you like, make sure you subscribe, of course, and comment down below one of your favorite ways to show yourself that you are in love with yourself. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this first one. Okay, so the first way is to romanticize the version of yourself that you are becoming. Now, this is something that I have been doing over the last, I'm gonna say, 5-6 months. I realized that I can't just act as if I'm just becoming, like I'm not her yet. To truly be able to change my reality, I have to act as if I am her. Different things that I would do, instead of just making decisions based off of who I am now, I did things like ask myself, what would the version of me that I'm aspiring to be do in this moment? What would she do? How much money would she save? What type of clothing would she wear? I think there was, just for example, a situation where I'm like, what should I put on for today? Like me, literally a year ago, I'll put myself together when I have a special reason to. That's what I would do before. But me now, I'm gonna make sure I put myself together every day, because that is what the dream version of myself would do. That is what the version of myself that truly loves herself would do. She's gonna put herself together. She's gonna go the extra mile and put on some cute earrings. And I'm gonna make sure, if I don't feel like putting lashes on today, I'll put on a little mascara if I feel like it's needed. I'll make sure I do my brows, because that is what I do now. I'm not gonna leave out the house looking unkept. And I think I told you guys this in another video about, you don't have to look like what you're going through. And that was a lesson that I absolutely learned in 2025. So even though I didn't know how to do my makeup, if you've been watching my channel, you know I did not know how to do my makeup, and look at me now. Look at me now, getting it. But yeah, I just started practicing. I started small by learning how to do my brows and learning how to put lashes on, learning what lip liners worked for my skin tone and what type of concealer worked for me. And it literally just started from there. Now I'm working on adding blushes to my routine. Instead of using a beauty blender, I'm using a brush now. But I just started off small. You have to start off small and do what you feel like is manageable, because trying to make like major changes at one time, it's not going to be sustainable for you. Basically trying to make all these different changes, because it's going to be a lot to try to keep up with. So once I got really comfortable with being able to put lashes on, I started, like I said, doing my brows. And now when I go out, I'll put a little concealer on under my eyes. Even when I didn't have no primer, I still don't put primer on my face just yet, but we're gonna get there. That's what I would do. Just build my way up and work my way up. And I just like to see where I'm at now versus where I was 6 months ago with makeup, let alone a whole year ago, is crazy. And so now I'm just like choosing or just like playing around with my makeup and just seeing, okay, what works well for me, what I like and what I don't like. Like even now I'm literally still learning and I'm still practicing, but guess what, we're gonna get there because I'm not gonna give up on myself. But I feel like it's such an amazing example because you can really see the progress. Like you can see literally through my videos months ago and even a year ago the progress of how my makeup looked and how I presented myself and everything like that. The version of me now is very proud of myself with how much I've grown, especially just in the way that I carry myself, in the way that I walk, the way that I talk, the way that I speak to myself now. And that's all because instead of just like acting as if I had to wait until I felt like I was that girl, or I felt like my reality showed me that I was who I wanted to be, I just started acting as if I was her, because I am. The only difference between who you are now and who you want to be is the fact that the version of you who has everything you want, she's doing the habits to maintain that. That's just another way I have began to really fall in love with who I am and who I am becoming. A couple years ago is just so different, and I know this looks a little orange on camera, but I promise it looks so much better in real life. Besides just me doing my makeup, I have to I began to just show up as the version of myself that truly loves myself. So like I said, if I'm getting ready for the evening, like one of my favorite things to do is to create a vibe and a mood for myself. So when I come home, I love to turn on my white noise maker, I turn my big light off, I turn my lamps on, and sometimes I'll even play some jazz music on my TV. And if I know I'm gonna have a long day, before I leave out, I always pull out like my pajamas, my socks, my underwear, everything, so that way when I come home and it's time to take a shower, it doesn't feel like a hassle. And so I feel like that is something that my future self, or the dream version of myself, does. You know, I make my routines a lot easier for me to do, so that way when it's time to do it, when I get home, it's a lot easier for me to do it than it is for me to not do it. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. The second thing that I do, or the second way to fall in love with yourself even more, is to create a list of no mores. Now, this is a really good one. And let me tell you why. Because once you decide, okay, this is what I'm no longer tolerating because I love myself, it's so much easier for you to see it, if that makes sense. So for example, if one of my things that I'm like working on now is not eating past a certain time, because one of the factors in like I think that plays a role in just like body fat and things like that is eating in the bed, eating like right around the time when I'm about to go to sleep. And that's not good, because now your body is working extra harder when you're sleeping and you're gonna be a little fatigued and all this other stuff. Now I don't really eat like heavy stuff. At least I don't think. Sometimes it depends. Like sometimes I'll eat food super late and then go to sleep an hour later. And now an hour isn't really that bad, but it's still bad enough. You're really not supposed to be eating that close to your bedtime. Because like I said, if I eat my food and then only thing I go do is go like, you know, watch TV or I edit a YouTube video, like I'm not burning that fat that I just put in my body, or the energy, or whatever the correct terminology is. So now my body's working hard trying to digest something and I'm supposed to be getting ready to go to bed. That's just one example of no's that I had to create for myself. It's really a boundary that you're putting in place, and it can be with all types of stuff. I even do that with people that I'm dating. It's just boundaries all around, whether it's with myself or with other people. This is what I'm no longer tolerating. This is what I'm no longer doing, because the version of myself that loves myself would never do this. Now, I don't know if this is the correct brush to use right here, y'all. I just be experimenting. Setting these boundaries, it's honestly, hold on, let me spray. I heard that it's good to set your face in the middle of your steps to keep it in place, and I also heard that you're really supposed to blend like your life depend on it. Just a couple examples of what you can have on your no more list. I have no more over explaining, no more settling for confusion, and no more betraying yourself for discomfort. No more just settling and not speaking up for yourself and not doing certain things for yourself and doing what makes other people comfortable, because if you love yourself, you wouldn't do stuff like that, right? Just having that list, it really makes it more real to be like, okay, instead of me just knowing what I do want to do, it's also helpful to know what should I not be doing. I know that I should not fall asleep with my makeup on. I know that I should not skip my evening routine. I know that that's not helpful for me. And I know that tomorrow I'm gonna pay for it. It's not a good idea to skip doing my Sunday resets, because I know that that sets me up for success during the week. So those are, like I said, just boundaries that you have to put in place for yourself, and it truly will help you in the end. Okay, so another way is to curate your inner circle like a luxury brand. Okay, people who work at Chanel, or the people who develop Chanel, they don't allow just anybody in their circle. I know y'all heard that saying that birds of a feather flock together, and now that may not be true as far as who you hang around, or you may not do the exact same thing, but the people you hang around really matters. There's another saying or quote where it's like, you are the 5 people that you hang around the most. So if you are not happy with what the people that are around you are doing, then you need to get you a new circle. Like I said, the people at Chanel and at Fendi and all those other different luxury brands, they are mindful of the people that they hang around. Because if you're hanging around people who are not doing anything with their lives and they're only doing surface level things, but you want more for yourself, how much further do you think you're gonna get hanging around people who are not even trying to do better than you are? And it's no shade to nobody, but if you want something different out of life, you have to choose different. You know, if you love yourself, you're gonna put yourself around people who are gonna truly help you thrive, who are truly gonna help you grow, and who are gonna tell you when you're wrong, who are gonna put you on to new and better things, because that's how businesses grow, because they're around people who want to see them win. You know why? Because they win it. But you get the point that I'm trying to make. I don't like when my lashes take one of my real lashes. What? You don't do that. But another thing with that too is that not everybody deserves full access to you. When you truly are like learning your worth and acting as if you know your worth, you will not allow everybody to have access to you. The people who had access to you 2-3 years ago, some of them, probably 9 times out of 10, do not deserve access to you now. Like some of the people who had access to me literally a year ago, 2 years ago, they don't deserve access to me anymore. And it's okay, because you had me at that version, right? But now that I'm a new person, now that I am truly stepping into, or truly understanding and acting as if I know my worth, they don't get the same access to me. I don't know what to tell you. So the next thing that you can do to start falling in love with yourself is to do one extra thing for yourself every day. Something that I truly love to do is to really put myself together, especially now that like I'm learning my style. Yeah, getting more into like what I love and what compliments me, what flatters me. I love to go the extra mile, and for one, I spray perfume in my hair, and so I know that that's not anything too crazy, but you know, it's a little something. I also like to give myself a hug. I compliment myself in the mirror. Like those are just some of the things that I do that feel a little extra to myself. Or like I told y'all too a minute ago about how I'll lay out my clothes, lay out my pajamas for myself, and or even like for Valentine's Day, sometimes I like to just buy myself stuff and I don't open it immediately. I don't use it immediately because I like to give it to myself as a little gift. Y'all saw what I did for Christmas. And I'm also putting on this, like, it's like a powder foundation. I've had this for like a couple years, but I haven't really used it, so I'm trying to like test it out now and see how I like it, because I'm trying to get into foundation. But I literally cannot think of like something that I do for myself that's extra, because it really just depends on what your definition is. Like a lot of the stuff that I do now is not as extra to me anymore. I do all types of stuff for myself because I'm just an extra girly, okay? Oh, like another thing that I do, I don't save my perfume or whatever it is for a special occasion. I am the special occasion. But just do something that you normally would not do, okay? Whatever you don't normally do on an everyday, or that you do on a special occasion, take just one tiny little thing and start doing that every day and see how much better you feel about yourself. Because truly, self-love lives in how you treat yourself on an everyday basis. And it's how you treat yourself when nobody is watching you. So when nobody watching and you over here like talking bad about yourself, you need to work on that, sis. You need to work on it, because we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay, so another thing that I started doing was tracking my feelings, but also tracking my progress. So I just started to like take note into whenever I'm feeling low, I'll either journal or I'll track it like through my period tracker and stuff. Or if you really feeling extra, you can check out my self-care workbook. Yes, I have a self-care workbook. It is beginner friendly. Wherever you are in your self-care journey, it is such an amazing add-on. It makes it so much easier for you to love on yourself, to plan different activities, to celebrate yourself. I have solo date ideas, self-care activities, affirmations that you can start telling yourself every day, different activities where you can learn more about yourself. It's really everything that you need and more, really. Of course, it's definitely linked down below for you guys to check out. But yeah, so like I was saying, I do have a sample version that's linked down below for you guys to try as well. If you want to get the full-on thing, I literally made that maybe about like 2 or 3 years ago when I was trying to figure out how can I make loving myself a little easier, because I know that it could be hard, especially when you're busy, when life is going crazy and there's just like so many different things going on. It could be hard to pour into yourself if you don't have the systems in place. And so basically my self-care workbook is literally a system that you can just pick up, and even if you only take 5 minutes a day in the beginning of your day or at the end of your day, even in the middle of the day, whenever you want to use it, work on yourself. Literally put a 5-minute timer on and do one of the activities, journal one of the prompts, say some of the affirmations to yourself if that's what you want and need to do. Whatever is going to help you feel better about yourself or help you start falling more in love with yourself and incorporating into your routine, you need to start doing it. Thank you. So y'all, I do have this blush. It's this blush, but I don't know how to use it. It's called, I think it's called like Tahitian. Oh, it's called Tahiti. I don't know how to use it, y'all. I don't know if I don't have the right brush. I don't know. So I've been using this NARS. It's a lip pencil, but you can kind of use it as a lipstick. I've been using that and just like putting a little bit up here. That's what I do because I don't have another blush to use. So I like to use that, and I also go back over it with my highlighter brush just to add a little more highlight. I don't know if y'all can really see it. And then I like to go in and just add a little bit more highlighter just so I can make sure. The other thing that I have in there is, which is why I was telling y'all about it, is my habit tracker. It's so helpful because honestly, when you feel like you're not making a whole lot of progress, you can look back at your habit tracker and see, I actually did read 4 times this week. Like I actually did work out 3 times this week. I actually did drink 2 gallons of water, or however many gallons you're supposed to drink a day. I did that at least 3 days this week. And instead of beating yourself up for what you did not do, applaud yourself for what you do. Because like I said, how you treat yourself is everything, and that is why self-love is just so important. I can't say it enough. So this is the lip pencil that I had. It's from Elf, but I feel like it doesn't, like, my lips are dark, so it doesn't really show up. But luckily I do have another one. This is the NYX. It's an eyeliner, because like I said, sometimes they don't be dark enough for me. It's a little cool tone, so I don't put a whole lot on, but you can see how that has made a difference. That absolutely elevated my look. I usually have my gloss. Okay, so this is my gloss that I usually use, but this is my gloss, Sweet Talk. If you're not new to the channel, then you already know about her. She's almost out. It's really time for me to restock and make some more. So comment down below if you guys will be interested in me restocking my lip glosses. But this is my color changing based on your pH balance gloss. Love her down. And then if I don't have that gloss with me, I also like to use the Maybelline Lifter gloss. It has hyaluronic acid in it. I really like this one. This is in the shade Ruby. Love her down. As you can see, she's almost gone. I had another one, but y'all, I don't know where it's at, and I'm so mad because I don't even know if they still sell this anymore. The next one is To Grieve the Version of Yourself That Survived. This one, oh my god, this was a big one for me because the choices that I made when I was not feeling loving myself, like, let me give you guys an example. I used to be a people pleaser, and once I started to realize what was going on and how people were taking advantage of me and treating me like a doormat, even in like relationships or just people that I was dating, I would be so mad at myself because I'm like, why did you let that slide? But I had to remind myself that version of me did what I could with what I knew at the time. I can't be mad at myself because, or even if I knew more, I didn't feel like I could do more. And honestly, there's nothing that I can do about it. Like, I can't go back in the past and change anything. So the only thing that I can do is just make peace with that old version of myself And that is what helps like me heal. The only thing that I can do now is learn from those experiences. I did not like what happened. I don't like how I went. I do not like the way that I was treated. But now I know moving forward, this is what I'm not gonna allow. This is who I won't be around, and this is what I won't tolerate. You picking up what I'm putting down? To truly love yourself is to love your past self, your future self, who you're becoming, and know that you're gonna make mistakes, and know that like your mistakes do not define you. The things that you did before do not define you. I basically had to acknowledge who I had to be to get through those seasons, and I have to love her. I have to thank her for getting me through those seasons, but knowing, okay, it's time for me to let go of those habits. I do not have to people please anymore. I do not have to be uncomfortable so that other people can be comfortable. We're not doing that no more. Not at all. It's okay for me to stand up for myself now. It's okay for me to not self-sabotage because being small and shrinking felt like it was the safest thing to do. No, I'm not doing that no more. I thank myself because at that time, that's what I felt like I needed to do to survive, and that is okay. But now, we're not surviving anymore. We're thriving, we're loving ourselves, we're healing, we're growing. So I'm saying all that to say that take some time to grieve the version of yourself, and also let go of those old habits that your old self and that old version of you was holding on to and was doing. And once you start to do that, let go of those old things, grieve it, think it, send it away. Just don't hold on to it and bring it into your new season, because you're just gonna self-sabotage. And we talked about self-sabotaging. That's what I'm saying. Just click the link down below. You'll see my girl chat playlist where we talk about all of these different things. If you want to get a little bit more in depth into that, it really is truly a big thing. Like just forgiving yourself for things that you've done in the past and letting go of those things that are no longer serving you. Okay, so another one that I feel like is truly really major for me is to stop shrinking myself, to not feel iffy or hesitant to ask for more, because I deserve more. I deserve it all. I deserve the world. And you have to feel that way about yourself too, because closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't act like you deserve it, if you don't walk around as if you are the shit, because you are, not in an arrogant, conceited way, right, or cocky way, but in a I love myself so much and I know what I can give, I know what I'm worth. I'm not accepting anything that is less than that. So I'm gonna mesh these last two together. Let your self-love be seen. Don't be afraid to do extra stuff for yourself. Like when I first started my self-love journey and I started doing these things that I was learning from other people, when they were saying write yourself little love letters, give yourself a hug, say affirmations to yourself in the mirror, I would do these things. But when it was time to like be around other people, I would feel a little iffy about it, because it feels like, oh, it's a little cringy, oh, it's a little this, that, and the third. But if this is something that is truly making you feel joy, making you feel happy, and helping you with your journey, then it's forget what everybody else is saying. Because honestly, when you look at them, are they truly happy? Are they truly living their lives? Are they truly showing you what it is like to love yourself in the utmost ways? Probably not. Because if they're making you feel like it's weird, then they're not worthy of your time. They shouldn't be in your vicinity, like we talked about that in the circle. So the other one is, you're not asking for too much, you're just asking the wrong person. That's it. That's all. Let me tell y'all this one quick thing. Okay, y'all, so my camera kind of got hot, so I gotta wrap this up. I was talking to this guy not that long ago, and I think I asked him to buy me some earmuffs because it's cold outside, because I just want to test the waters.
Okay, y'all, so while my camera about to die, so I definitely had to wrap this video up real quick, but I still wanted to give y'all this last little story about me just like realizing new things as I'm experiencing the dating scene and just like dealing with people overall in a new way. So I asked him to buy this stuff, right, and he pretty much was just making up all these excuses as to why he couldn't buy it because he was in a different country. So he's like, oh, I don't have Cash App, I don't have this, that, and the third. And I just realized, you know, based on all of this information that I've been gathering, what I've been learning about myself, what I like, what I don't like, I realized that I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to entertain anybody who is gonna give me that type of energy. Like my man, my soulmate, he gonna figure out how to make it happen, or he's just gonna upright and be like, I can't do that right now for you. And honestly, I don't want to be with nobody who can't give me a little something. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry, but that's just not where my standards are anymore. I've dealt with people who were not able to give me much, and I feel like I deserve to be with somebody who is stable like that. I realize I don't have to be with somebody who is struggling or who is trying to figure themselves out, and I immediately blocked him because why am I wasting my time? If you don't show up and act as if you deserve something, you're never gonna receive it. So if I just kept on talking to this guy, ignoring just how that situation went, and it also just showed me that he's really not that interested in me. A guy who is interested in me and wants to date me, he's gonna have no problem with doing stuff like that or just being honest with me. I want to be with somebody who's gonna want to cater to me. Because the other thing with that too, at the same time while I asked this dude over here about some earmuffs because it was cold outside, another dude, I asked him to buy me some food and he sent it, Cash App, no hesitation. That's the energy. That is the energy. Because it's not even about the money. It's just about the fact that you feel, I know what I want to say, but I just don't want to say it the wrong way. You're spending your money on me. So you do what value me in some level. This isn't like the, oh my gosh, like this about to be my husband type of energy, but it's just more like, instead of having money being something that's extra, it's now a requirement for me. It's not a, oh, I see the potential and all this other stuff. Like, no, we're not doing no potential. Either you got it and you building already, but I'm not about to help you build your stuff from scratch. So just know that, like, if one man won't, another one will. And that's just point blank period. And you have to be okay with waiting for that right person.
Oh my god, y'all, my camera's about to die. I love you guys so much. Make sure you guys stay fabulous, stay cute, be extra, and always be you. And also make sure to take care of yourself. Comment down below which of these tips was your favorites of mine. Which way are you going to choose to start loving yourself in this season today, not tomorrow? Please go check out all of my other girl talk videos if you want to see more of me and more of the tips and more of my journey. And make sure you stay tuned for the next one. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are on the road to 2K. Okay, I love y'all so much, and I will see you in the next one.